As an introduction for the descriptive test, our purpose as a team is to try to explain you what a descriptive test is all about. Later on this presentation, integrants of this team are going to try to explain things like characteristics, structure, and the type of language that is used in these kinds of text. We hope it will be easy to understand and funny to watch.
Characteristics of a descriptive text. The descriptive text, oral or written, is one of the four basic textual modalities and consists of representing in words the appearance or appearance of a person, animal, object, landscape, emotion, or environment, explaining its characteristics, part of quality. The descriptive text serves to detail an object, a space, a person, or an animal. Describing therefore consists in representing something with words, showing its different parts, modalities, or circumstances. Therefore, describing is like painting with words. There are two fundamental types of description. On the one hand, the objective, in which the object in question is described without including options or evaluations of the author's own, only with unquestionable or universally accepted information, and one and on the other, the subjective, in which the author adds to the description the evaluations or impressions that the objective causes. Step for its composition. Whatever type of description is to be written, its compositions must observe the following phases.
Number 1. Close observation of the object of the description. Normally, it is not possible to make good description without careful observation of what is being described. Is for the sake of description, it had to be remembered. It is very important to make an effort to remember as accurately as possible the details of the object of the text. Number 2. Selection of the most striking characteristics or particularities of the subject of the description. Those that really identify it differentiate from other objects in the same class. Number 3. Sorting of selected materials. For this, a criterion which can be logical, from the general to the particular, of the most important to the least one, or spatial, from right to left, from top to bottom, must be fixed. Number 4. Drafting the text, for which two aspects must be taken into account first. Whenever possible, it is highly recommended to be primarily draft that, after the relevant revision gives rise to a final version.
Good night. I am Iman Goya Terrazas. I going to talk about the purpose of descriptive text. Um, the descriptive text is very easy. Is basic for when you will start to write a text, write a book, write a homework. And this is so basic. With this, um, you can take how will I say in English basis for write a good book, a good homework, right before say. And the script text is a text which says what a person or a thing is like. For example, I am a person, then I am tall, I'm handsome. um, for example, I'm sorry. Here, Cuauhtémoc is a place where are a short, tall people. Well, good. If I will to talk of the place, I will say that it's a small place. It's a small city. For example, I think an example is a chair. A chair can be beautiful or short or ugly. You can say a lot of things of a So I before say so too. I'm sorry. Uh, you can describe um, for easy form the before things that I say. Uh, I think that its purpose is to describe and reveal a particular person, place, or thing. Uh, with this, you can do all right out because, or finally, through a book. I before say that you can start writing a book, work homework, but you too can start with them for finally or an interview, etc. Um, okay, this is all to I have to say, and I next with my
Okay, then the structure of this could be text. I'm gonna explain it by steps. First step is the identification. Identify the phenomenon to be described. Like we have to know what are we identifying, and then we're gonna describe it. Then is the description. Describe the phenomenon in parts, qualities, or in characteristics. And for that, the third one is to use the adjectives like uh, like tall, small, short, and that's how it's structured. This is the generic structure. It's not how you identify the phenomenon, just the structure of descriptive text.
The language feature of the script text, using attributive and identifying process, using adjective and classifiers in nominal groups, and using simple present tense. Okay, the script text consists of the actual verbal representation of an object, person, landscape, animal, emotion, and practically everything that can be put into words. This type of the text aims to give the reader an accurate picture of the reality that it's transmitting in words, akin of verbal painting. It's very important to differentiation the types of description, the technical and the literary. Between them there are many differences. In the technical description is fundamental to objective is always respect for information without see distorted by some point of view or opinion. In the literary description of what has been said, the subjective of authorship and the use of words with the aid search to generate a pleasant.
An eclipse. A solar eclipse occurs when the moon passes between the sun and earth, coinciding with the new moon passes. The types of eclipse are: the most spectacular is the total eclipse, when the moon completely covers the sun's surface, and total eclipse can only be seen you are standing while in the umbral shadow. That's why the imaginary line created by the shadow its rays across Earth is kind at the bar of totally. People when in the penumbral shadow can see only partial eclipse. Partial eclipse. From this view the moon passing from of the sun of center and never fully covering surface. This is example for total eclipse. One more example for sun eclipse. It's hybrid eclipse. It is when the moon's position between in Earth and the Sun is finely balanced, that the curvature of Earth plays a role.
Conclusion. Well, finally, we can say that a descriptive text is different from a informative text because it is a text that describes something specific, not a group of things, such as the informative text does. For example, it can describe um, a particular building. For example, the Empire State is the tallest building in the world. It can describe a specific types of animals. For example, the zebra, it has white and black stripes. Mm, it can describe um, places such as, for example, my grandma's house has a big backyard, and at last it can describe persons, well, people. For example, she has long, brown, straight hair. Thank you.